The automotive world has been buzzing with excitement ever since Toyota unveiled its baby Land Cruiser less than 2 months ago. This compact off-roader, officially known as the 2027 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ, has captured the imagination of enthusiasts worldwide with its clever blend of retro-inspired styling and modern capability. But as impressive as this vehicle is in its standard form, there's a question that's starting to percolate through the SUV community. Is the world ready for a high-performance GR Sport variant? The Land Cruiser FJ represents Toyota's return to compact, purpose-built off-road vehicles. It's a machine that doesn't try to be everything to everyone, and that's precisely what makes it so appealing. Built on the same robust platform as the legendary Hilux and Fortuner, this diminished-scale Land Cruiser brings legitimate off-road credentials to a more manageable package. The engineering foundation is solid, proven across millions of miles in some of the world's harshest environments. What immediately strikes you about the Land Cruiser FJ is its styling. Toyota has masterfully walked the line between honoring heritage and embracing contemporary design. The proportions are purposeful, with short overhangs that promise excellent approach and departure angles. The stance is wide and confident, suggesting capability without resorting to unnecessary aggression. There's an honest simplicity to the design that feels refreshing in an era of overwrought styling exercises. One of the most innovative features Toyota has incorporated into the Land Cruiser FJ is the removable corner bumpers at both the front and rear. This isn't just a styling gimmick, it's a genuinely practical solution to a real-world problem that off-road enthusiasts face constantly. Anyone who has spent time on challenging trails knows that bumper damage is almost inevitable. Rocks, stumps, and unexpected obstacles take their toll. By making these vulnerable components easily removable and replaceable, Toyota has created a system that will save owners significant money on repairs over the life of the vehicle. It's the kind of thoughtful engineering that demonstrates a deep understanding of how these vehicles are actually used. The off-road capability doesn't stop with clever bumper design. Toyota has developed a comprehensive ecosystem of purpose-built accessories for the Land Cruiser FJ. Raised air intakes protect the engine from water ingestion during deep crossings. A roof-mounted platform expands carrying capacity for camping gear, recovery equipment, or whatever adventure requires. Rock rails provide both protection for the lower body panels and convenient step points for accessing the roof. These aren't aftermarket additions bolted on as afterthoughts. They're integrated components designed from the ground up to work seamlessly with the vehicle. Step inside the Land Cruiser FJ, and you'll find an interior that prioritizes function over flash. The cabin is admittedly basic, with hard plastics dominating many surfaces, but there's something honest about this approach. This is a vehicle designed to be hosed out after a muddy adventure, not pampered in climate-controlled garages. The interior architecture borrows heavily from the larger Land Cruiser, creating a sense of familial continuity across the lineup. A widescreen infotainment system serves as the technological centerpiece, providing navigation, connectivity, and vehicle information. The system is responsive and intuitive, proving that modern technology and rugged capability aren't mutually exclusive. Dedicated physical controls for the HVAC system are a welcome sight, allowing drivers to make adjustments without diving through touchscreen menus while bouncing down a rough trail. The second row is admittedly tight, a compromise inherent in the compact dimensions. This isn't a vehicle for long road trips with tall teenagers, but it's perfectly adequate for shorter journeys or smaller passengers. The usual complement of modern safety systems is present, including collision mitigation, lane departure warning, and adaptive cruise control. Even in a vehicle designed for off-road adventure, Toyota hasn't neglected on-road safety. Under the hood, the Land Cruiser FJ employs a practical, if not particularly exciting, powertrain. The four-cylinder engine displaces 2.7 liters and produces 161 brake horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. These aren't numbers that will set anyone's pulse racing, but they're sufficient for the vehicle's intended purpose. Power flows through a 6-speed automatic transmission, which might seem old-fashioned in an era of 8, 9, and 10-speed gearboxes, but the simplicity brings benefits in terms of reliability and ease of service. The part-time four-wheel drive system is a thoughtful choice. When disengaged, the vehicle operates in rear-wheel drive, reducing parasitic losses and improving fuel economy during normal driving. When the terrain demands it, drivers can engage four-wheel drive, splitting torque between front and rear axles for maximum traction. This system doesn't offer the sophistication of modern full-time all-wheel drive with torque vectoring, but it's proven, durable, and effective. For American enthusiasts, there is a bittersweet element to the Land Cruiser FJ story. The United States market developed a passionate cult following for the FJ Cruiser, the quirky, retro-styled SUV that Toyota sold from 2006 through 2014 domestically. Those distinctive rounded shapes and the three-wiper windshield became icons. Used examples still command strong prices, and owners form tight-knit communities. You'd think the Land Cruiser FJ would be a natural successor, a vehicle that could slide right into that passionate market segment. Unfortunately, Toyota has made it clear that the Land Cruiser FJ won't be coming to American dealerships. The company has no current plans to bring this compact off-roader across the ocean. It's a decision that has left many enthusiasts scratching their heads. The vehicle seems perfectly positioned to succeed in the American market, where compact SUVs are experiencing explosive growth and off-road capability is increasingly valued. With appropriate pricing, the Land Cruiser FJ could easily justify the investment required to federalize it for the United States market. But let's shift our attention to an even more intriguing possibility. What if Toyota decided to create a performance-oriented GR Sport version of the Land Cruiser FJ? The GR brand, short for Gazoo Racing, has become Toyota's performance division, breathing fire into everything from the Corolla to the Supra. A GR-badged Land Cruiser FJ would represent something truly unique in the automotive landscape, a compact, high-performance off-road vehicle with genuine sporting credentials. To be completely honest, there's no concrete evidence that Toyota is developing such a vehicle. The company hasn't made any announcements, and industry insiders haven't leaked credible information suggesting a GR variant is in the works. If we were placing bets, we'd say it's unlikely to happen in the next couple of years. The business case might be challenging to justify given the relatively small market for such a specialized vehicle. However, the automotive industry has taught us never to say never. Stranger things have happened. Who would have predicted a decade ago that Toyota would be building high-performance versions of the Corolla and even a manual transmission sports car co-developed with Subaru and BMW? The GR brand has exceeded expectations repeatedly, creating vehicles that enthusiasts genuinely love. The digital rendering community, always eager to explore what could be, has already imagined what a Land Cruiser FJ GR might look like. YouTube creator Digimod's Design recently posted a rendering that reimagines both the front and rear fascias of the compact off-roader. The modifications include more aggressive styling, with the GR logo prominently displayed on the lower grille. The rendering suggests a vehicle that maintains the Land Cruiser FJ's fundamental character while adding visual drama and sporting intent. Of course, creating a true GR variant would require far more than cosmetic changes. The chassis would need substantial development to handle increased performance. Stiffer springs, revised damper tuning, and upgraded anti-roll bars would be necessary to control body motions during spirited driving. The brakes would need significant enhancement, with larger rotors, more aggressive pad compounds, and possibly even multi-piston calipers to provide the stopping power necessary to rein in additional performance. The most intriguing question is what would live under the hood. The standard 2.7-liter four-cylinder simply wouldn't cut it for a GR application. Several options present themselves from Toyota's current powertrain portfolio. The turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder from the Tacoma TRD Pro produces over 300 horsepower and could provide thrilling performance while maintaining reasonable fuel economy. Alternatively, Toyota could transplant the 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 from various Lexus models, delivering nearly 400 horsepower for truly explosive acceleration. Perhaps the most enthusiast-friendly option would be a hybrid powertrain, combining a turbocharged engine with electric motors. Such a system could deliver instant torque from the electric motors while the turbo spools, creating seamless power delivery. The hybrid system could also provide silent electric-only operation for wildlife observation or stealth camping approaches, adding versatility beyond pure performance. Regardless of the specific powertrain choice, a Land Cruiser FJ GR would need to maintain the off-road capability that defines the nameplate. The additional performance would be wasted if the vehicle couldn't handle challenging trails. The suspension would need to balance on-road dynamics with off-road articulation, a difficult engineering challenge, but not an impossible one. Modern adaptive dampers could potentially offer the best of both worlds, firming up for canyon carving and softening for rock crawling. The market for such a vehicle, while niche, is growing. Enthusiasts increasingly want vehicles that can do everything, machines that can conquer a mountain pass on Saturday and a mountain trail on Sunday. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 has proven there's demand for high-performance off-roaders. The Ford Bronco Raptor has sold well despite its eye-watering price tag. A Land Cruiser FJ GR would slot into this emerging segment, with Toyota's reputation for reliability as a differentiator. So, is the SUV world ready for a sporty Toyota Land Cruiser FJ GR? The answer is almost certainly yes. Enthusiasts are hungry for vehicles that break the mold, that refuse to compromise. A compact, high-performance off-roader bearing the GR badge would generate enormous buzz and likely sell every unit Toyota could produce, even at a premium price point. The question isn't whether the market is ready. The question is whether Toyota is bold enough to build it. Time will tell if this digital rendering remains fantasy or becomes reality.